Good morning. It's Shannon from Hope Ridge, and I wanted to hopefully give you some insight on BOGO, our new dog, our senior rescue that we took in. This is going to hopefully be pretty short this morning, but there are some good things that he's doing again that I think are educational for people, and hopefully he comes back around and we do it again. However, so I know there's the best times to stream and all that kind of stuff. I don't follow that. I don't know. I just think it's important that if I have the opportunity to show people or tell them and give them an example at the moment. So here we are this early in the morning, and there's a good learning opportunity. I want to thank everybody, if I haven't thanked you personally online through a text or message or whatever, for the help and the advice with BOGO. Very greatly appreciated. Again, I am not social media savvy, so I don't know how to use social media that well at all. So I'm just gonna put that out there. So forgive me if I'm messing things up. I'm posting things 10,000 times. I didn't get back to you. I'm bad at it. I'm gonna say that right off the bat. So I apologize, but I am super grateful for all the advice, all the help, all the support. I want everyone to know that. Okay, so this morning, so BOGO sleeps in the barn. He has a kennel out in the barn that he likes. Now, we tried putting him in the house. He does not like to be in the house. I'm going to guess that he probably wasn't a house dog. You know, a lot of people have Husky shepherds. They have them in the house. A lot of them don't like to be in the house. We tried bringing him in the house, and he's allowed to come in and visit and all that kind of stuff, but he wants out. He does not like to be in the house. And again, we are still wandering the property. BOGO still wants to find his home. And I said this would go on for a long time. So here's what happens with dogs when you bring them home. And we see this when people say, I brought him home and they did not get along. And so I want to take him back to the shelter. So I see this with all of the dogs. Again, this is a prime example and a good example of what kind of not to do. But there's, in this situation with BOGO, I'm very limited on my choices because of his medical needs. And he is not one that likes to be in the house and be in the pack. He's still searching. But this is a good opportunity to kind of explain some things that will maybe help people that are bringing dogs home. So all of my dogs sleep in the house. They sleep with us. They can sleep wherever they want. And they have their special beds that they like to sleep in. Some sleep on the couch. The dogs get up and they move around all night. We do shut off the farm. They cannot get out onto the farm at night, but they do have an outdoor area that they have access to throughout the night. They have a doggy door that goes out to a fenced-in area so they can get out if they need to, but they are closed off from the actual 5 acres. And so this morning we get up, and I told you we have a routine, and dogs learn the routine, and all of my current dogs know this routine. But this morning it kind of changes a little bit. It's changed the last 2 days because of BOGO. And I have never had dogs out in the barn overnight in a kennel. But this is new for my dogs. So first trigger, new routine. So I get up this morning, make my coffee, and we're like, okay, we're going to go see BOGO. So hint number 1 is use that name a lot with the dogs that, even if BOGO's not here, with my current dogs. And I'll show you the current situation. This is my porch situation at the moment. We have, Brayley's asleep over here on the front porch. This is our part of our normal routine. We come out early in the morning. We watch the sunrise, and we, have my coffee. But here, classic. BOGO's coming, and this is what I want to learn. Let me turn this around again. So BOGO's doing his morning routine. See, he's wandering. This is his 3rd trip around the house. Hi, BOGO. He sees Tuxie. Tuxie says hello, and BOGO already knows he's not really welcome on the porch. Now, he's been around 3 times, and I was hoping, BOGO! And there he goes. So he's going to wander. Here's what I wanted you to know, and I was hoping the last reaction was a little different because BOGO came around from this side of the house. He came around this way and up by the porch this morning, and my beagle, who was here, saw BOGO come from that direction, and wanted, thought there was a new dog on the property. Now, even though we went out to the barn, even though we went out to the barn and they saw him this morning, they were not happy to see him in the kennel. They're not used to that. They're not used to seeing a dog out in my barn in the morning. They're not used to seeing a dog wandering around on my property. So, so they were not, I'm sorry, I was getting a couple phone calls. I'm not sure how to do that either on social media when you get a phone call. So anyways, so they're not used to BOGO being here. So that's number 2 of our routine. That's changed. We went out to the barn this morning, and we went, and now we're sitting on the porch doing our main thing. And my daughter, God love her, she's a social media person. She's in college for social media, and I'm sure she's trying to help me figure out what I'm doing wrong here. She's called and texted me twice and like, you're messing this up. I don't know. I apologize. We'll get to it. But anyway, so 2 things have changed in my routine already this morning, which you think is not a big deal, but to a dog, it's a big deal. So we had to go out to the barn first thing this morning and get BOGO out. None of my dogs, Tuxie doesn't care much. Yep, there she is again. I don't know what to do with this. So I'll just keep, I'm sure I'm messing this up. Okay, let me finish this really quick. First thing, routine, out in the barn, number 1 trigger. Second routine, there's another dog loose on my farm. Second trigger. If this dog, even though he's been here 3 days, my dogs still are not happy about him being part of this pack. They're not happy that he's here. He's old and he's weak, and that's fine, but they're not happy he's here. And typically in a pack, the old and the weak ones get left out in the wild. They're not an integral part of the pack anymore. They don't serve a purpose. And so, pack mentality, pack behavior, he's old, he's weak. We don't want him here. We don't like him here. You see that a lot with families who bring home shelter dogs. Here he comes. Here he comes. Let's watch. So he's here. He's coming. Here is her reaction. She is not happy at all. If I could get her face. So she's actually shaking. Stay. So there goes BOGO. He made another trip around. This time, Braley did not react like she did the first time. The first time, she jumped off that chair and went straight out to him. Good morning, BOGO. So I have a hold of her leash. I'm going to explain that in a minute. She is not happy. See that look? That look is get away. Good morning, BOGO. Easy. Timber's not at all happy. She's saying go away. Hi, BOGO. Good morning. Good morning, BOGO. And I want you to, so I continue to use her voice and let her watch. But she is on a leash. She's controlled. Good morning, BOGO. Hi. Are you coming up to the porch this morning? Hi, sweetness. Now, if Timber could get off my porch and off my seat, she probably would. But BOGO's doing pretty well. Hi, baby. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. We're going to go get some breakfast here shortly, okay? Okay, so he's sniffing. That's a first. Good boy. He's come right up to us this morning. Good boy. Hi. Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, sweetness. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big size. Oh, and Timber's growling. Timber is not happy. It's all right. He is fine. He is fine. Okay, so this was kind of classic of what I wanted to show you. She's mad. She's very mad. She's shaking, and she's ticked off that he is here. So, this is how we handle this. Because it's changed up her routine. He's not really, she doesn't want him in the pack. A lot of shelter dogs, especially like Timber here. And they were off lead together all day yesterday on the property. And we'll get there again today. It's baby steps. But this morning, I had to put her back on a lead. Hi, baby. Because I know she is not happy. But don't do it. She's shaking. See? I have her on a lead here, and there's a reason for that. I want her to see him. I want her to know that he's part of this. And she has to maintain. Like, she's very, very well trained now. So she, as long as this lead is on her, and I'm not pulling, I'm not doing anything, but she knows, and as long as I'm sitting here, that I'm the boss, that I'm in charge, that I'm the leader of this group, and I want to determine who comes and who goes. She is not at all happy about it. Tuxie, what are you doing? You're digging in my yard. He's probably found, I don't know, a bug. He's... There you go. That's my ducks. Hi, baby. And so BOGO is just driving. Every time he walks in front of her, she starts to shake. She's mad and doesn't want him here. Okay, so the point of this is that we get a lot of calls. I get a lot of calls and say, well, my dog doesn't like the new dog. We got to take him back to the shelter. This, too, takes time. It takes a lot of time to adjust. You cannot, Tuxie, his personality, oh, there's a deer fly. Oh, now he's playing with it. A bee. He's got a deer fly. Oh my goodness. Tux. Whatever. Yeah. Uh-oh. My beagle. Hi, baby. And now BOGO is still just kind of pacing back and forth on the porch, which I'm actually very happy about. Now, it really makes Timber quite angry. However, she needs to learn that he's going to be part of this pack. It's not her choice who I bring on this farm. But it takes a lot of training, it takes a lot of time. Now, she's not excited at all about that. She'll get over it. But how we do that, and we do it calmly, I'm not, but she had this first thing I had to do this morning, and I knew she did not like this dog. I knew she did not want him here. It's not that she doesn't like him. She does not want him here. She came from a rescue. She has a lot of training. She spends a lot of time with me. She's not really open to sharing that with anybody else. And she's like, oh, new dog? Nope. Old weak dog? Definitely not. So she is not happy that he's here. Not happy to share her time. Not happy to share her pack. Not happy about any of it. And, it's funny because day one, she was like, okay, another dog, whatever. Because we have dogs and people come over all the time. Day two, not happy. I told you that yesterday. Day three, she's like, not having it. So here she was, and this is what usually happens. He's calling home. It's all right, BOGO. Use the other dog's name a lot. Don't, oh, that's a bee. Timber, just wait. she reacted, but it was a bee. Don't use the other dog's name a lot, because not only does that dog need to know who his name is calling to, BOGO, 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 but the other dogs learn that he is BOGO. So when I say good morning, BOGO, they know oh, BOGO's still here. Great. And then we prepare for that. But today, most of the time, there's a bee right there. That's what she loves. Leave it, Timber. Most of the time, they will learn the other dog's names as well. So I will say, hey, where's Braley? Where's Tuxie? So you need to use the other dog's name, and they need to be in view. We just need to constantly, every single day, every minute. Oh boy, I'm probably really doing this wrong. I'm getting texts from other people that are probably trying to help me. I hope not. If not, I'll redo it. Use their name a lot and leave your other dog on a leash, such as this. And he has to see him. Now, one of our problems is, and I tell people, is stop separating. What happens when you separate dogs? You separate them every day, and they're like, oh, we got these dogs, they fight, and we need to separate them. So that we keep one in the bedroom, we keep one in the basement, something like that. Okay, the problem with that is they never learn that they're always there. The problem with me keeping BOGO in the barn, which he likes, it's cooler, we have fans on him, it's quiet, he likes to be outside. Eventually, I hope he's just, free on the farm all the time, and he's healthy enough, but he's not right now. But the problem is every day my dogs get up, and it's a new day, it's like, oh, he is still here. We don't want this new dog here. They can't establish him into the pack if he's always locked up out in the barn. So every day, it's like, oh, the new dog's still here. And I kind of take it to, so I was a public school teacher for years, 15 years. And I work with typically always special needs kids. And if you can kind of compare it to going to kindergarten or a new child starting a new school. And the child walks into the classroom and considering that would kind of be the pack. The child walks into the classroom and there's all these other personalities there, and some are bullies and some are really nice and some really don't care. They're kind of indifferent. And you've got, 30 other kids, and this child is entering into this. So BOGO is entering into this. We've got our Timber, who's not only a bully, but a bully. At this point, she will get over it. And we have Tuxie, who's just doesn't care. He's just happy to be here and happy to be, Tux. He's smelling the hostas this morning. And then we have Braley, who's been here from day one, and she's getting tired of mom bringing home dogs all the time, and it's hard to establish a pack when I keep bringing dogs home. And that child goes home from kindergarten and he's crying because he doesn't fit in. That's BOGO. He doesn't fit in here. The teacher has to set boundaries and rules in her classroom. It's her job for classroom management. That's what, more than anything, we learn classroom management in public school. So, I have to manage this pack. I have to say to Timber, bullying's not okay. It's just not. We have a new student, pretty much. We have a new person, or new dog in our pack. And it's going to take time. It doesn't happen overnight. For the first week, your child comes home screaming and crying, I hate kindergarten. I don't want to go to school. I hate my new school. Especially if they switch to middle school or high school. Same thing. So it's the same kind of analogy is, BOGO doesn't want to be here. He's obviously still looking for home. My dogs don't want him here, but we'll get there. And so the thing is I want to help people understand it takes time. I have her on a leash. A leash is not just used for walking. Let me tell you something. A leash is a tool that we use all the time. You will see Timber on a leash all the time. Now, even though my dogs rove freely on the farm and I get them to that place and BOGO will be there and Timber's there, but she's there only sporadically. If I need her back on a leash, she's on it. And put those dogs on a leash. They have to see each other. The more they see each other, the more they realize they are welcome here and a part of the pack. The more you send your child to kindergarten or the middle school, you keep saying, you have to go back to school. You have to go back to school. It'll get better. We're trusting the teacher to manage it. That's kind of the same mentality. You have to manage it. Timber knows that I am the leader of this pack, and that's a whole nother video, being a leader of your pack. But Timber understands that. She's not happy about it right at the moment because she wants to kind of establish who gets to be in this pack and who doesn't. She doesn't want to lose what she has and let another dog in here. And a lot of it goes back to natural instincts, and he's very old and weak, and so she is not a bit happy about it. But it's not her choice. And so we're going to spend probably several weeks getting BOGO established into this pack. And of course, he's struggling. Timber's struggling. The two out there, not so much. I have 2 more dogs in the house that are still sleeping. I have another pitty coming in 4 days. So the whole thing's going to be a process. But the key is Timber has to be around BOGO. She has to hear me say 1,000 times, good morning, BOGO. It's okay for you to be here, BOGO. I like you, BOGO. Like, she has to say, oh, it's okay. And at first she is not happy. She is not happy about it. Yesterday during dinner, she wanted to let him know that too. At one point, she was going to let him know, not welcome here, my friend. And of course, I put a leash immediately right back on her, and said, nope, that's not okay. That is not okay. That kind of behavior is not okay when we have a new dog on the property. It is not her choice. Am I rough? Am I mean? No. I'm a very calm but very structured leader. She's not in any kind of trouble. She's still my girl, but she doesn't make the decisions. So when you bring a dog home, but they have to see every time BOGO walks around the property and every time he comes back around, it's like, oh, there's a new dog on the property. They're not used to it. They're not used to him wandering. They're not used to him being here every day. They're not used to it. Our routine from the moment we got up this morning and having to go let him out of the kennel to roam and has been changed. Our whole routine has changed. None of them are excited about that. From the moment we got up, I put a leash on Timber this morning from the moment she got up. And she knew something was different. And so their routine has been broken. So that's a trigger as well. there are lots of different triggers in this situation. That doesn't mean a new dog cannot come into the pack. If I had Timber off the leash and the mood that she is and has taken to BOGO being here, yeah, she wouldn't have it. She would not have him here if it was up to her. And she's obviously big enough, strong enough to manage that, and he's obviously weak. So the leash goes on, and she has to learn through patience and time that he is going to be here. It's going to be okay. She went through that a little bit with my Beagle. My Beagle and her did not get along in the first. Now they're best friends. It takes a lot of time to introduce them. They have to spend time together. They're like, it's almost like, again, having children in a classroom, and they don't have to love each other, and they don't have to be best friends, but it's not a choice. They have to get along, and we see that with people. It's not always that everybody's your best friend, but it's not a choice. We have to all get along, and it's not their decision or their choice of who gets to come and go. So, all of these guys, Tuxie doesn't care much. But with Timber's a little bit more. She's a very strong, dominant girl. She, now that we built her confidence up, she likes to use it a lot, and which is okay. I mean, she's a great, guard dog. Watch, she clean up her paws. She's gonna make a great guard dog, a watchdog, all those things. But when I have people come onto this property, my contractors, I hear BOGO out there howling. Or if I have, new dogs, obviously, I have to, as a leader, train her that it's okay. And that means putting a leash on her, letting her see that this dog, let her see him. Don't lock him up. Every time you lock them up, it's like a new dog again when you open that kennel or you let them see each other. And I kind of assert it to like a boxing ring. We have these dogs that fight. I was working with them, and they were fighting, and I'm like, you have to put them on leads, and they have to see each other. They have to get used to the idea that the other one is there. If you lock them up and if you separate them, every time they're going to come out fighting, just like a boxing match. They go to the corners, and they're going to come back out fighting. And the more you do that, just like in a boxing, they're going to fight harder and harder until. So you don't want to separate them necessarily, but you want to be able to control both of them. Put them on leashes. Be with them 100% of the time. They have to see, you have to be prepared that that there's going to be a reaction. Your routines change. They're entering into a pack life that your regular dog does not want them in, possibly. So the strong-willed dogs are the ones that need to have a nice leash on them. First of all, you need to have training. Like your dog has to respect that you're the leader of this entire pack. But you also have to have the ability to say, we're going back to basics. Timber's not 100% used to having dogs come in and out of her life. She, wherever she was before, went to the dog warden, came to me. She did go to a foster for a bit of a time. She started getting a little strong-willed, so she came back to Hope Ridge. So we are working with her on these issues. She's become quite a strong-willed little pup. She doesn't like to share her pack. She wants to be in charge of it. What I need her to know is that she's not in charge of it, but we're going to do it gently. And so BOGO should be making his rounds again, and we're just going to keep doing this. And we're going to keep her on the leash all day, and let her see BOGO, and let her understand that BOGO, every time I take BOGO away, the problem gets worse and worse and worse. The dogs have to be together, whether they're both on leashes, whether they're both, but they have to understand that the routine, we have to get to a place, and that takes time. That will be 3 weeks. We talk about the 3 day, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 weeks. It'll take these dogs. And we said 3 weeks to the routine, to get to know the routine. All of my dogs now have a new routine. So we did not start getting up this morning and doing, BOGO must be coming back around. Because Braley senses probably his present, and she's going to see. We started a new routine first thing this morning, and my dogs all did not get up together. So when we came outside, new dog on the property again. So it starts over again. So it's a hard situation because I have to separate BOGO, and that's pretty much the worst thing that we could be doing right now is separating him and then reintroducing every single day, for the fact that my dogs you know, like he leaves out of their mind, he's out of the pack, and now we have a new dog back in the pack. It will get better. Like, the routine will change, it'll get better. I'm hoping BOGO, you know, eventually settles in, again, 3 weeks, you know, days, like day 3, and he is, like, we saw him come up on the porch, like, he's kind of getting used to some more things, but, you know, it's still going to take a lot of time. It's still going to take a lot of time for this dog, all my dogs, to learn a new routine. And having a new dog is a new routine in and of itself. And most of the time, or a lot of times, you know, some dogs are great with, oh, okay, another dog, great. Some dogs are not okay with it. And it takes that much time to not only establish new routines, get your dogs together, and introduce them. And this little girl is just not happy about it. So she has a leash on her. And we're going to keep her with BOGO as much as possible, just to see him, understand him, recognize him. I'm going to use BOGO's name all the time. I'll say, Timber, there's BOGO. Timber, there's BOGO. Look, there's BOGO. So she understands that BOGO is this dog, and I am okay with it. I am okay with Timber and BOGO both being here together. She does not need to protect me. She does not need to protect her pack. She does not need to protect the property. BOGO is fine. So I am constantly using BOGO's name and saying it out loud. I'm keeping her on a leash so I can control her. I do not want anybody hurt, you know, and she already respects that. It's not a problem for her. Here he comes. He's making his next round. Let's see, the Beagle. Beagle's a little, see, tail up, little, she's smelling. He's thinking maybe Beagle's leaving him alone. So 2 out of 3 is not bad. There's Tuxie. Hi, BOGO. Good morning, BOGO. Timber now knows because I said BOGO. She's not nearly as reactive. She's just still like, she had a torn toenail playing, and that's what she's looking. There's her look. Not a look of happiness. Tail's not wagging. She's a little pissed still. That darn dog is still here. Hi, BOGO. It's all right. See, I'm telling her. BOGO's allowed here. See, there's BOGO. He's peeing, which is a good sign. Hi, BOGO. It's BOGO. And I'm telling her, BOGO's here. Like, she needs to get used to it. BOGO's here. Okay? And the fact that she tore her toenail yesterday playing, I see that. Hi, baby. You know, she's in pain too a little bit. I'm going to fix that up for her. But she's not happy. Hi, BOGO. But she needs to know BOGO's here. And I'm going to keep using his name. I'm going to keep her seeing him. Her getting used to him wandering around the property. So that when she comes around the side of the house, it's not a surprise. Like, oh, there's another dog. There's, you know, my other 2 dogs. Non-reactive. Don't really care. Now, when we introduce the new pitty a couple days from now, I think it's next Thursday, we'll see how that goes. Look, the BOGO and Braley are out there together. Braley's not, that's a sign I'm not really happy with you being that close to me. I don't mind you being here, not happy about it. I'm going to move over here. Tuxie, he's, I don't know, he's out looking. There he is. I'm happy to say BOGO did eat tuna last night. He ate some, so thank you for that advice, whoever said about the tuna. I also have my old kitty, if you saw one of my videos, I give her this, it's a cat food type thing, for her. I gave him a little bit of that. He did eat that overnight, and he did take some grilled chicken out of my hand. Oh, she's mad. I just felt her tense up, growling, be nice, shaking. See, she is not happy that he's here. So in a hot minute, we are going to get up, and I'm going to take her, and I'm going to walk her, and we're just going to walk. And BOGO's going to walk, and we're going to walk, and we're just going to say, it's okay. Hi, BOGO. Hi, BOGO. I have a very upbeat voice. You know, I'm telling Timber. Timber's hearing that. She's saying, okay, it's okay that he's here. I don't need him. She is pissed. Hi, BOGO. He's fine. He's fine. Yep. He's fine. And she's just watching. And she's mad about it. Not happy. And we're going to walk, and all day today she'll be on a leash with me, watching him, I'm going to try to keep them together as much as possible, not obviously together. But I need her to see him a lot today. A lot. Because when I put him away last night, every morning it's a new morning. And every morning we go through this. Dogs that are together are, they establish a little bit easier. So, enough about that. Any questions or thoughts, you can always instant message me on, you can always instant message me or message, whatever it's called, PM, or send me a note, email. I don't even know. Say, good morning, Timber. And we have to do that. Like people, okay, so here's the other thing about Timber's personality is when I have new people coming in, like my husband just got up for coffee, we have to say, good morning, Timber, every single time, new people, so that Timber understands that we are not a threat. Timber is very, very untrustworthy of people and other dogs. And she came to us that way. Like, so everybody, we say good, it's a kind of a funny thing. Say hello, Timber. Hi, Timber. Hi, Timber. So that she knows that you're a safe person. Hi, say good morning, BOGO. See? BOGO's getting a little bit better. He's coming up. This will be good. Be nice, Timber. Hi, BOGO. She is shaking. Look, no pressure on this leash until she reacts. No pressure, because pressure causes reaction. There's Tuxie with his emotional support animal. What is that? What is that? And there's Timber wants to say hello. Okay, we're going to end this. I'm going to walk Timber around with BOGO just so she can get up and get moving. There's BOGO. I'm going to do feeding this morning. Obviously, I have to go feed my horses, take care of all of them, take care of the dogs. Timber, see that look? I corrected that look just with her name. She's not allowed to look at him like that. That was a look of get away. I do not want you here. So I have to, when I say correct, that was my correction for her. She doesn't need a strong correction. All I have to do is say her name and explain to her that that's not okay. We don't get to bully our friends. And dogs all use body language, obviously. They communicate through their eyes, their actions, their tails, their backs, their ears, all of those things. And she said, get away. And I said, that's not okay. So it'll take us a little while to get her, the more she is around Timber, there's my beagle. The more she is around BOGO, the more she sees him, the more she'll learn to accept him. Hi, BOGO. So she's down, and BOGO's standing right here. I'm going to let her, we're going to walk. Wait a minute, Timber. Those are, we had to do some washing from BOGO yesterday. And there's Tuxie and BOGO. So questions, thoughts, introducing dogs. It'll take us 3 weeks at least to get Timber on track with this pup. She's not happy that he's here, but it will work because I, as the leader of this pack, have decided that I want BOGO here, and he's doing pretty good. So as our new routines change and get more established, she's going to learn to like it, right? Right, pretty girl? You're going to learn to like it? Yeah? All right. All right, that's it for today, or for at least for right now. My pups are ready to go eat breakfast in the barn, and everybody's up and moving, and there's BOGO. So hopefully he might just follow us out there, get some breakfast. They're playing. These two hated each other. That growling that my beagle does used to set Timber off. She didn't understand that it was a play growl, and used to set her off. I mean, she would lay into my beagle. She did it about twice, and up and out. See, this is where we'll get at. She can be, they can be trained to get along in a pack, but you have to lead. You have to be a leader. Again, a different video altogether, whole other. And she will get along with BOGO. There's BOGO. See, she's up, moving around. BOGO's moving around. They're interacting. This is interaction. BOGO really doesn't want anything to do with her. He's going to say, good morning. Good morning, BOGO. And say good morning to BOGO. Maybe he wants a piece of that banana. And she's doing really well. Like, she's ignoring him. And that's what I want to see. She's completely ignoring him. He's over there. Maybe he likes banana. I doubt it. Hi, BOGO. He wants to be right here next to me. And this is fine. As soon as she starts getting protective or guarding, I will correct that. She's not allowed to do that. But her tail is wagging. Good sign. All good things. All good things. And I think Bogo's ready to go back to the barn and eat. Hi, Bogo. Right, Timber? We use their names a lot so they know I'm talking to them. Humphrey girl. And she's not happy. Here he is. Oh, that's Husky. So, all right, enough about that. If you have questions or thoughts or concerns about introducing your dog and what happens with a shelter dog when you bring a dog home, right here, these are 2 shelter dogs, so both establishing boundaries and rules, both coming from backgrounds that we don't know, but here they are. Her tail, his head. So we'll get there. And again, it's harder for these 2 because I have to separate him every night. So every morning, we're starting fresh, and that's hard. Good girl, Timber. I'm going to reward her. Look, interaction, not bothering each other, tail wagging. Good girl, baby. Okay, so this is going to work, and it can work. It takes time, and it takes training. I'm training her to be nice. I'm training her that she cannot bully him, that it's not her choice. And we just take everything slow, and she has to learn. Here he comes. Look, he's following. I'm so excited. Hey, Bogo. Interaction. They're close. She's ignoring him. I'm coming. And we're headed to the barn for feeding this morning. And I'm very excited this morning. He's doing much better. Again, thank you for all the help and the support and the advice. And Timber's, you know, starting to ignore him. She's not nearly as focused on him. So walking dogs is always keep their mind going. Oh, there's a baby bird. Well, she'll have that in a heart minute. That's a baby. Probably fell out of the tree. All right, I'm going to go catch that baby bird. I'm terrible about this. I'm going to go catch that bird before my dogs do. All right, I am out. Braley, stay away from that. Oh, she already saw it. Okay. Until next time, thank you. I hope it's helpful. Thanks for the support. Again, anything you can, you feel like texting, emailing, questions, let me know. Thank you. And